Hello everybody. So you might notice that I sound like a dying sea lion. That's because I've got a bad case of the flu. So the plan for today is to set up Next.js, set up the project, and then I'll probably just fuck off. Because I feel horrible. But I don't know, for my own state of mind, I just wanted to get some work in and also provide an update to you guys. Probably if I leave early today, I will not stream tomorrow, or only if I feel better. But hey, we can always do like a more of a quiet stream. I mean, ask your questions in chat and I will get to them, but I will mostly be focusing on like the code and setting everything up. Okay, let's go. So let's set up this thing. Affiliates. Oh shit, I fucked up. I did it in the wrong directory. See, this is what you get if you are not paying attention. Okay, let's do that again. I could have just probably moved the director. Oh well. It is what it is. See the use affiliates. Now let's also let's open VS Code. Let's do it this way. What is this button? Oh, sidebar, show panel, so side panel. Interesting. Okay, so let's add like Tailwind to this motherfucker. I'm not going to use TypeScript for this project, just because, I don't know, I don't feel like it. My experience, if I use TypeScript for my own projects, I tend to like get stuck on things that aren't all that important. I mean, especially Use Affiliates isn't going to be this huge platform. And maybe if I start collaborating with someone else, I will hire someone way smarter than me for TypeScript, or hire or collaborate with someone who's way better in TypeScript than I am. And he can teach me a little bit about it. Otherwise it will just slow me down and it won't actually be fun to look at. I rather like release this platform in like 1 week or 2 weeks. I don't know how long it's going to take. Probably 2 rather than 1, because I'm obviously streaming and now I'm a little bit sick. But yeah, we'll just do it in plain old good JavaScript. So let's see. npm install hyphen css post. You know what? Let's just copy this over this way. Okay, cool. Then we go to the Tailwind config. Oh, this. Oh. Global CSS is fine. Let's copy this. Remove everything else. Let's remove the home module, because why would we remove the home module? And we can remove from here as well. Now let's run this fucker and see if everything works. Okay, now let's open localhost. Of course, that doesn't work because we have the style. Let's just remove all the contents from this page. And let's just say h1 .com. Let's reload. There it is. Now let's also add a class name. Text red is 400. Yeah, so Tailwind is working. So that's great. Now, do I want to move everything to the source? That's possible, right? With source directory. Yeah. Okay, let's create a source folder just because I find that more it provides me better overview between all the configuration files and the project files. Why is it? Oh my god. Just. Now let's run this again, shall we? Yeah. Okay, so this works. Everything is set up. We have a get ignore and ESLint. All the things are set up. We have the global. Don't need this. And we also, well, we can keep the favicon for now. It's fine. It's fine. It's good. It's okay. Okay, let's see. What can we do? Let's set up a Github. I think that's also important. I will make it public. Everyone can steal this. Public. Anything. Let's go here. Let's do. Git. It's mode add, branch main, and push to main. Okay, cool. Let's also set up Husky and prettier. How we Husky, is that supported? Let's can't we just grab it from like another project? Like let's go to no, can we let's see. Upper plant. That one right? Oh, now just close the other. Okay. Let's open a new window then. There it is. Let's just copy all this. Copy all this fun stuff. Oh, no. rc.js. Single comma all semi-true. That sounds nice. Go to the package.json. That's what we have. Sounds like a plan. And then we'll probably have to do this and say lint custom directions. Let's do again. Hey Draconia, how are you doing today? Because I feel like absolute shit. This is going to be a very, very, very short stream, I can tell already. Ugh. Okay, so what did this do? Okay. Oh, no, that's opening package.json. See. Ooh. So we have this design now. So how are we going to split it up? We probably have like a navigation component. We will need an API for all the Notion stuff. Let's open Notion for once. Let's create a couple of to-dos. Shared projects. Use affiliates. Okay, so we have like set up the XJS project. Did that. Set up Tailwind, prettiest staged, Husky, all that kind of fun stuff. This is something I have to do, and maybe I can do that tomorrow or the day afterwards. If I'm like not streaming, I can spend some time on updating and revamping the database. This fucking flu, man. Yesterday I was like, oh, this is fine. This is fine. I'm having a little cold, and today I woke up and I was like, oh my god. Oh no, he has the COVID-19. Oh no. But I don't know, the test came back negative. But again, it's a self-test, so it's a little iffy. But I'm not going to blow like 3 self-tests on... I'm not going to blow 3 self-tests on this. Time for your PCR test. I did one, and it came back negative yesterday and this morning as well, but I don't know. I mean, I don't have a sore throat or anything. I'm just very, yeah, how do you call it? Like verkouden? I don't know. Get your cold. I don't know. I got the sniffles. I don't know, especially this, maybe in German. Eine Erkältung bekommen. I don't know. It's not my best German. I don't speak German. Basically, the only German I speak is like bitte, 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 bitte. I got the flu. Time to learn German. Next year we're gonna invade. Yeah, with 100 billion in like defense. I mean, defend Ukraine. Let's defend Ukraine, but like Europe-wide, you know? Let's start with Rotterdam, as always. Let's set up a components folder, or are we just going... Where to start with? We can make the layout right. So what was this with layout files and like layout files in XJS again? It's layouts, so... a fragment, and then we're just gonna do like an h1 with useaffiliates.com and be like, okay, we have a main that has the children. Cool. We can remove the whole API folder for now because we won't need it. And then inside of here we can like import layout from, maybe I will just call this like default layout. Makes more sense. Do they have like relative pets in? Yada 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 yada. Base this So I need the JS config. Am I going to include this? I don't know. It seems a little bit. Did I include it over here? Yeah. Okay. It's just. Do I have to declare that anywhere else? Let's just do an npf and see if the import goes shit or if it works. Okay, that works. Use affiliates and more jokes. That's because I didn't use the default layout. Okay, that works. So that's great. Well, instead of just working on enough, let's take one step back. Let's just, okay, so now we have like the default layout and we have to import some fonts. Let's do that. So that we set ourselves up for like, then we can just start building. So set up the color, set up the fonts, all that kind of fun stuff. And we can like go from there. But first, be right back. I'm gonna blow my nose for the first time this stream of many times. Okay, I can already tell that this won't be a long stream. I'm gonna set up the colors and all the basics, and then I will probably just fuck off straight back to bed, or like straight back to the couch. I hate having a cold, man. Also, the only time I really drink tea for some reason. Well, you get to the couch and I need to work. Yeah, but you make an income and I don't. Uno first. Okay, did we do fonts again? Let's move this to the side. Okay, Tailwind right. Add a web font to your next document. Yeah, but I don't want to do it this way. I mean, I get it, but just like let's see, what were we working with? We need like pop-ins extra bold, but pop-ins semi-bold. So let's open Google Fonts. Pop-ins. Okay, so we need like semi-bold. Why? Why are fonts selected? I just need semi-bold, bold. Hey, Ahmed, how are you doing today, man? So, is there actually any way where we can see like inspect? So we extra bold, extra bold. I'm fine, thanks. Good to hear, man. Semi-bold. I have the flu, and I don't think it's COVID-19, although I don't trust my PCR test on this. So probably it will be a short stream, but I want to set up next ES. And then I'm just going to take a break for the rest of the day. Hopefully come back better tomorrow. But no promises. So we have bold, we have extra bold. Get well soon. Thanks. Yeah, it's not that I'm all that miserable. I mean, it's just like coughing and sneezing all the time. And like being really like... My head feels like it's like full with fucking shit. At least my throat isn't sore, so that's like I think an absolute win. But oh well. I at least wanted to do a little stream, so I'm online today, and everybody knows what's going on. And then tomorrow I'll keep you updated if I'm like, yeah, you know what? I will just take. Yeah, I have my cup of tea right here. Like taking some painkillers. That kind of fun stuff. But hey, don't leave the homies hanging, right? Gotta do a small update. Okay, so we have this. Where can I like? Okay, so this is like we have semi-wide bold and this. So I that's via an import. Oh, we can probably do that via global. I don't know if this makes any like weird rendering stuff happen, but I think it's fine. So if you go to this, how do we like style font family, setting the font family, customizing your theme. Okay, so extend right. No, it's font family. Okay, but I need to set like the heading, like the text. Wasn't there like a heading or headers? There was a way to like make the distinction between the body text and like the header text. So font family can be specified. Yada 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 you. Tailwind, specify header and. Otherwise I will just make it myself. That's fine as well. Okay, so we only have font sans, font serif. Font body, I guess? No? Okay, then we are going to make a heading and a body font. I think that's better. We need to get like this. Right, so it needs to be an array. And we have this. just had to get a glass of water. Ugh. Oh no, my in-ear feet. This thingy to reconstruct. Boop. Go. Okay, so besides pop-ins, let's first check if pop-ins actually works. Now, does it like scream at me it doesn't want to work? I guess. How do we do that? It's like font heading. Interesting. You have a question. Ask away. I think this has to be an extent. Interesting. Interesting. Let's have a little look see how we did this in like another project. Just a second. I have to check something. So we did an extend. Okay. Okay. So we have to this. And then we have theme, extend, or it's here. Can you check this Figma? Yeah, of course. Let me check. It's a prototype. Let's go. Hey, that looks good. Looks nice. You want to slice this one? Did you design this yourself? Because it looks pretty good, man. Not yours. Oh no. Still, it looks nice. So, you want to slice this one. So, do you have any questions about slicing or? How can I help out? Let me know. Okay, so we did. I don't know. Let's just copy this and see how it goes. Okay, now that does work, but why can't I just create something like heading? I thought that was possible. Tailwind, CSS. create. You want to slice this using Tailwind CSS, but I'm not sure where to start. Let's see. Do we have a specific page that you want to slice? Like only this one, or like which number? Well, like this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. Let me know. I can give you some advice, although I'm so great at Tailwind that I can't figure out how to extend like to a different font family for some reason. Okay, whatever to save without formatting. Maybe that's an issue. It is an issue. I want to use homepage too. Okay, so this one. How would you slice this page up? Okay, so you have the navigation. Like, is there like a grid? I guess. Okay, so I will probably come up with some kind of grid for this. Like, most common is like a 12 column grid. Yeah, that's like, this is 4, and then this is 4. This is line like 6, so 6, 6. This also probably is. Oh, why can't I like bring in a ruler? Because it's view only. Okay, that doesn't really matter. So yeah, I will probably split up everything in like components. Or like, it depends what you're going to use, or if you're going to use like straight HTML and CSS, then yeah, this is enough element with the header. Then this is a section with the hero, of course. Yeah, it all depends. You can do this like so many different ways, but I would start with setting up some rules for like a grid. And then you can use like Tailwind CSS. Oops, like grid. Like this. In combination with flex for like setting the order of elements. You can pretty much do it with like grid, but flex is also nice, especially for like navigational things. I mean, you don't want to set this all in the, like separate columns. This can be like 1 column, 2 column, 3 column, and then you can like flex these into place. And then you also have like these background patterns, which I will just export as like an SVG, so they can scale well. And then like lady, so this is one big div. Yeah, this is one big div, but I will separate like the pattern here, like as an SVG from like the actual image, which is layered on top of it. So you have to think about this in a way like people are going to use the CMS for this. So they probably don't want to change the background, like the background grid or whatever you want to call it, illustration. But they probably do want to swap out the image from time to time. So the image has to be separate from it. So you can lay over like another PNG. Then you get to this. I think this is pretty straightforward. H1 with a P or like a span. I think you should use P. And then this has a bigger Z index than this one. I think if you give this Z index one, it will automatically overflow this one. Depends a little on how you configure the elements, like how you set like the parent-child relation, which is probably good with, or you have to give this like a Z index of 1, which I would like recommend, because if you scale and like this part of the building goes over the text, you want the text to be like still readable in a way. Now, the way I do drop downs is I usually style the drop downs, but when someone clicks on it, you will just show the default browser drop down. A lot of like designers like to design the entire drop down, but unless you want to do some fancy things with multi-select, etc., just stick to the default drop downs, for the love of God. Then we'll get to this one, and you probably just have to like design one of these cards and like duplicate them a whole bunch. And then how you are this probably needs some JS. So you could either use like a library for this, like Slick Slider. I don't know if that's still popular. I haven't used sliders all that much. Or you could code it all on your own with like Flex, but then you have to do some like scroll X magic. And this can be just a progress bar, which you can style pretty well at the moment, like with the current state of CSS. Again, background pattern, overlay an image. Now, this is also pretty straightforward. Again, some JavaScript. So you can use the same gallery, but what I would do is like, how's this going to work? Is our team going to stay here, or is it like if you switch to another page, it's just going to show 6 different people? That's something you have to decide on. The second. And then for this one, again, the same slider. Yeah, I will probably, since there are so much like sliders going on this page, I will probably look for a very basic, like, I don't know, is this still like tiny slider? This is a pretty good slider. Yeah, slider. It's pretty simple. I think you can get the job done with this one. It can be frustrating from time to time, but hey, it's like work you don't have to do, so it's fine. A little bit of frustration, and then I think this is pretty straightforward. Input form, button, display flags, and a footer. Is there anything in particular that you are like worried about? Wait, still writing down your words. Yeah, let me know, man, if you have any questions. I paste some links inside of the chat, so you can copy and paste them. Now, I want to figure out why create new heading Tailwind CSS. Okay, so we did that. Okay, import local. Don't need to do that. Layer base. We don't need that. Override or extend. Yeah, so this is exactly... Okay, so does it need to be outside of? Like we have heading. And then we can... Okay, let's just also import the sans library just so we are sure there are no issues here. So for we use Roboto. We also have to import that one. Which variants of Roboto did we use? We used the regular. Still only regular. Still semi-bold. So regular, semi-bold. Okay, so that's probably medium. Okay, so this is fine. And then we can do it in one import. Okay, fine with me. So, for some reason it doesn't want to work with like font heading, and I don't know why that is. I don't know what Tailwind is going on about. Or actually, it doesn't give me like any error message. Okay, let's just apply it. No, I don't want to force like every H1 to be like font heading. But I guess we can try it. And that works for some magical reason. Oh my god, I'm stupid. Ah, god damn it. Okay. I created a source folder, and that's probably why it didn't work and why I was getting so frustrated. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, cool. Gotta love front-end development. Like, okay. Cool. It works. Use affiliates and more jokes. So we have like bold layout. Let's, while we're at it, also import like the colors, because we have pretty specific colors. Because the fonts are working. We don't need like affiliates. Just need to add some colors now, like Tailwind colors. Customizing colors. Fine. Theme extend. Let's do like primary, which is going to be this orange. And I think that's it, because we use we also have this one. Like, is this inside of... Maybe we can use just like the gray color palette for this, or like sync. Like divert a little bit from the design. Let's see if that works. Like if we use this one, like it's a little too hard. Sync. We have like just 3 stone. Like let's go for 62626. Okay, that's also fine. That's also fine. So let's in like here inside here create a couple of text thingies. Like, what was this? Like neutral, or I like sync, like text sync 800. Fine with me. Absolutely fine. So let's make this like example header. Make like a P. Lorem ipsum. Yep. Last name is like text zinc like 400. Maybe that's a little bit too... Let's see what this says. Does this even work? I'm not seeing any difference in text sync. Units, first color, where color? Did I forget how to do like... Oh, that's right. Am I stupid? Why doesn't this work? Interesting. Interesting. Okay, let's like restart the dev server. Gotta love using Tailwind. I should have just gone for BAM and like straight vanilla CSS. Because this is already annoying the living hell out of me. Okay, so font heading works, right? Then why the fuck does the text red work? Like, what's some... Like... Am I missing something? Oh, yep. I know why. Because if we don't extend it, we probably are overriding it. Ah, god damn it. Okay, so... As you can see, I'm like the most retarded person on planet frontend. Let's just say that I'm not feeling all that well, Mr. Stark. So this was 800, or not 700, 800. Then this can be 400. Okay, so that's too light. So let's go for 600. But did you get everything, Ahmed, or not? Do I need to clarify something for you, buddy? So let's also check if we make a button, right? And we say like load more programs. So we make that class name primary, like BG primary. That's sufficient. That's sufficient. Okay, cool. Cool. Back. So let's see, we have a header. title. We go to here and we say title is monetize your content. And then for the fuck of it, let's just include a div inside of here, which is just gonna be like white. We also have to update like the container width. Mistaken. Let's just do a self-closing div for now. Just to like emulate this G white. We do 50 A52. 52, sorry. Mixing Dutch and English. Okay, so now I probably don't see anything because I haven't restarted my dev server. Cool. Monetize your content with affiliate marketing. Okay, so now we can do like class name is background primary. It's cool. How are we going to set the background image on this sucker? Let's worry about it later. Let's just focus on the height now. It has a height of 380, which (23.75 REM). So let's. No, I just want to see what the height values are. So let's see, it's H96. Okay, cool. And then we also have to start worrying about like the container. So what did we came up with for the container? Like shift 4. So it is 60 times 12 plus 16 times. Oh. 192, so we have like 192. 12 plus 192 is like 912. So let's see how we can modify the container again. Let's just do this together. I mean, some of the stuff I already know, but I will just like cover it on stream. I think it's fun. So let's see. Do we want to send a container by default? Yeah, why the fuck not? We can always turn it off later. Do and I don't want to set different padding. I just want to overwrite this. Tailwind overwrite container. I think I did this in like another project, right? Where is it? Where is it? Did I do this in? Yep. So we have theme and we have container. Screens. So let's start with XL, right? Because that's like the biggest thing we have. And we know that needs to be like 912. Yeah, like that needs to be 912 pixels. So then we have LG, which is probably going to be like I don't know, 768 pixels. MD. You know what? Let's get rid of XL altogether because we don't need it. We can pretty much like update the XL one and say like MD is just gonna be like the same, like 768 pixels, and then we have small, which was 640 pixels. And then we can say like container, if I'm not mistaken, container. And insert it here. $912. Yeah, see, that's great. Because what we can do now is work on the grid. And we could actually come up with some sort of... We can create a class name and like global CSS. But for now, let's just go with the classes and see if that works. If we can work with that. I mean, it's great if it's reusable, but then again, we're pretty much using the same grid all over, right? So we might as well create a class out of it. But that might make it actually a little bit more difficult later on if we want to make some minor adjustments. Okay, let's just go with the hard-coded ones. Then circle back later once we have done more of the UI and see if we want to like merge it all inside of one class, which we can reuse. And again, if I sound like a little different, I have the flu. I mean, it might be COVID-19, but I don't know. Okay, so we did this. So let's just set up the grid, shall we? So grid equals 12. It's fine. Probably first have to find its grid, right? Yeah, true. How silly of me. Okay, so now we have this, and then we have to set the column gap, which was 16, so it's like gap 4, if I'm not mistaken. That's like 1 REM, right? Yeah, 16 pixels, so that's like gap 4. Okay, cool. And then inside of here, it's gonna be a little bit like nested galore. Grid, what was it again? Like stretch or like template column start and yeah, grid span something. So we know that for the navigation, it's gonna span like all 12 columns. But then again, we might want to like treat this as 2 different grids, because that way, if we look at the navigation here, we see that the left part of the navigation probably spawned 3 for like the logos, and then like this like the right part is gonna map 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you find Tailwind easy to use? I find it convenient to use. I mean, it forces me to use like good defaults. Yeah, I could have used BAM, which I did for many projects. But for some reason, if I use Tailwind on any team, the bundle size remains small because you're limited to like the classes you use instead of the CSS you write. So sometimes it's a little bit cumbersome to go to the documentation. But then again, if I think about it, that's not really a bad thing. Because everything is documented, it has good defaults, the rules are set out for everyone who starts using Tailwind. And if you don't prefer something like, which I just did with like the screens, sorry, with screens for with container sizes, it's easy to overwrite. And also for everyone on the team, it's like easy to see like, okay, what has changed from this project compared to like another Tailwind project by just looking at the Tailwind config. What I do try to stay away from is like using apply. So you have like global CSS, and then you can use apply to create button styles. Don't do that. Just make a component in React if you use React, and then apply the styles there. Don't make it too difficult. If you are going to use apply, it should probably be a component. There might be some exceptions to that rule, but 9 out of 10 times that's the case. But if you have more questions, K-Byte, just let me know. Happy to answer them. So let's say... Okay, so we are going to insert the navigation into a different grid. Let's just say insert navigation here. Because I might throw the grid like inside of the navigation component now that I think of it. And this is grid spawn to like 6. And then like on LG up, otherwise just like grid spawn. Is it full or is it 12? I can't remember. It's full. Yeah, so why doesn't this work? Yeah, I like Tailwind, but if there are some problems or I don't like how something interacts with the basic Tailwind class, I've just override them. I'm not a React user though, using Vue. Yeah, I think the same applies to Vue, right? You can probably, if you need to do some apply things, you can set up a component in Vue or a button, or I don't know, for like a card style. And then again, it's totally fine to override them as long as it's documented well. I mean, if you onboard another team member, it should be like pretty clear what you have overridden. So let's see why this isn't working. Probably because I'm a moron. Oh. Okay, we also need like... I forgot about this one. Because this is a pretty cool hack. So you don't have to set all the rows. So that's cool, but this doesn't make any sense. Oh, because it's not like grid spawn, it's like call spawn. See? These are the types of things that I usually forget. Okay, so now we have a title, which is great. Okay, then we have this. I'm probably... Now let's update this. Heading, text, white. And like text... How many is 46? Is there a 46 equivalent? Like what is 46 divided? 875. There's no in between. I mean, we can add extra text sizes, but I would rather stay away from that. Let's just see. Let's see if we can get away with like Alt XL, right? Like, let's see. This was 3 a.m. or 3 REM. Like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Like text 5 XL. Let's see if this works. And it's like extra bold. Font weight. Font extra bold. Cool, that's great. But now it doesn't fit inside of the span 6, so let's do span 7. And I don't like the text, the line height, so it's leading. I know it's leading. Should we do like leading 10 or leading loose? Oh, that might be a little bit too much. Leading tight? Is that what we want? It can even be a little. I think tight's quite alright. And then I made like, why did we add before? That doesn't make any sense. What am I gonna do? Okay, now we have this freaking battle with like, we have this text here, but we want to break it up and like monetize your content and then like with affiliate marketing. So what if I just say like, instead of like text, I do like, I don't know, 2.875 R. And you have this, and why doesn't this fit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It should fit. Ah, sorry. It should fit. Yeah. Oh, the damn coffin, man. I just want to do one simple thing and then I will, like, go to bed. I don't know. I promise. I promise, buddy. I promise. Just get through this. Okay, so then let's do 7. Because maybe it's a matter of the font not liking it. So why is that? Okay, if I do width of it. Oh, I am. Got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I should have known. Looking at the wrong. Ah, okay. Cool. I blame this on my sick head. And then we have some padding right. Ah, it's already. Let's see if we can add something for the navigation. Or let's add the background image. Maybe. How do you do that? Background. Okay, so here they have like arbitrary values where you can set like backgrounds, URL. Then we can probably use something like an overlay, right? I am actually going to do this. Because I think this is like a pretty good standard, because we are going to use this money background maybe in multiple places. So let's just handle it like a pattern. And like the config file. That's fine. I don't think it's as important as font family though, so let's move it down. We need colors. Then I will probably have to like... It is in here. Export it. Let's say hero pattern. Let's also compress it just to be sure that we have the most optimized image. Pasa, please, thank you, because we do not want to import a 2.5 MB file. Let's just override it. hero-pattern.jpg. Is this not? Do I need to restart the server for that? Not found. And the favicon is found. That's the question. Maybe the source folder needs to be outside. Maybe the public folder needs to be outside of the public folder. Let me check. Actually, as public side of source. Same goes for the like moving them to source one. Okay, cool. So that's the problem. Needs to live outside there. Yeah. Okay. If you public folders are outside our source. Yeah, these are like these small things that I always forget about and always make the same mistake in other projects. But now finally my brain goes like, yo, Twan, we've had this problem before. Think, buddy, think. Okay, now let's... We can clip a background probably. What if I combine the two? Background, primary. Overlay, background, with Tailwind. There's probably some way to do this. Background blend mode, yep. Background, blend, primary. Now that makes more sense. Be after the thing that we are going to blend. And why doesn't this work? Utility for controlling how an background image should be blended in with the biggest background color. So blend. Okay, so we have like background blend darken. Okay, so we have like blend mode color. Ho. You are right. I am doing things wrong. Holy fucking hell, this isn't what I mean. I should probably do something like... Nah, I'm not looking for blend. That's not like overlay color. Normally I would just like create an image inside of here and then use position absolute. I mean, that's not the worst way to go about it, but... And here they create like diff and a diff. But the problem is, if you do this, right? This will cause like the title opacity to also be 25%. Okay, but we can... Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. If we do this, right? And we make this like relative. Then we can create a diff inside of here. Like with BG primary and like... That's also something. Okay, and then we can do like background opacity, it's like 5, I don't care. We can make this absolute and we can inset. Let me just find this one. Okay. Go back to the Tailwind docs, inset, absolute Torino. And there's like, okay, absolute, and then you have to set 0. We can make the self-closing. It's great. Okay, we can fix that later. Let's just... Why is that? Cool. Very much. Sometimes my brain needs a little refreshing on how bloody CSS works. And then how much did we blend this? Like 95%. Okay, so a value. Yep, that's value. Cool. Now, what do you think, K-Byte? Is this a pretty good solution or not? Or do you have a better way? I'm always open to suggestions. Or if everybody else is open to suggestions. You know, I'd rather do it in one single... Like, I'd rather do it here. But then again, this option is also pretty elegant as well. Because all I'm doing now is like overlaying a background color over the image. So we don't have to do like... We could change this background image out for a gradient or whatever. And everything will still keep working. And we can even increase the height if we want to. And everything will keep working. Because it's just like... Like if you lay two pieces of papers on top of each other. I think it's good. Didn't think myself about inset. Yeah, you can use like height and width, but I think inset 0 is like maybe it's another way of doing it. Okay, so now we have like you have to work on the navigation. But let's first see if what I am thinking now, because this we gave this a set index. Is there anything else we need to do for the header? Like if you go to final, right? Okay, we are going to run into an issue, but we can maybe... Yeah, we could give this like later on. I don't know if I have to worry about this now, but we can give this like a category, and once it's set, we just render like the category here with affiliate programs. We render a different title. But let's not worry about that until we actually get to it. I don't know. Let's make the navigation. Let's just first push this. Let's remove this for now. Oh, yep, and yep. Is there anything about this that makes me want to vomit? This made me. Let's check out if we can get away with 5XL still. No, we can't get away with 5XL. Okay, so then it has to be like a fixed value. It is what it is sometimes. Okay, then let's just push this like header design. Like setup header color. Okay, that's a way better and more descriptive. Oh no, and now it's going... Okay, cool, because I can't git push from here. I have to git push from my terminal. Let's do npm run dev again, and let's start with the navigation. Let's call this nav.js, or maybe I have to say JSX, right? Nah, JS is fine. Okay, be right back. Because of drinking all the water, so I don't cough constantly, I really have to pee. Be right back. Guess who's back? Back again. Okay, let's shall we? Let's start with navigation. Actually, streaming goes way better than I initially thought. I mean, I'm coughing all the time, but hey, at least I can mute my mic, right? Let's see. Okay, let's start with export default function nav, which doesn't need anything. Does it need anything? I don't know. I don't. Probably just gonna be some links. Don't have to overcomplicate things. So let's do nav, and it's probably a header. Well, Kota, hi, can you explain what you're doing? I am building useaffiliates.com, which is a product which I have started to build from scratch during this stream. I also write a series on like my personal blog, Dev2, Medium, wherever you want to read it, you can find it. And it's basically building a business from scratch. So it's a database of affiliate platforms, where like you or like the content creator can search for good deals, which affiliate platforms to include for their content, to monetize their content. And if you're a business, you can hit post program and you have to pay a fee, and then you can list your program inside of the database. So this is only the homepage where you can do some filtering. We also have a category page, which is great for like SEO pages. We'll have an about page, because who the fuck doesn't have an about page? And we're also going to build a blog. I don't know if I'm going to do this in the initial release, because once we have the database set up, let's just launch it and then work on the blog. And because we also have to write a couple of blogs, we have blog the type page. And then for like posting a program, I'm just going to use Typeform. That's the quickest and easiest way to do this, because I don't expect 400 companies to be like, oh, I want to be in your database. No, before we get to that, we probably have to drive a lot of traffic. So let's do it with Typeform. And once I can't manage all the submissions by companies anymore, if I can't manage that anymore, I will probably code something up that automates that as well. So yeah. The main reason I'm building this, because I built this 4 years ago, back in 2018, and I was like, okay, I want to build something on stream from start to finish. Nice. How will you get your first customers? Okay, so we got the SEO pages are one thing. I think we can rank pretty well on e-commerce and affiliate programs and yada, all the other categories. Then we'll do content marketing with the blog. So we are tailoring this mostly towards content creators. Maybe a blog post can be how to start using affiliate marketing for small creators, something like that. I think the biggest influx of users can come from really small creators, like me, who are thinking, okay, I want to earn a little bit of money, but I can't apply for I don't know, big sponsor deals with Deep Brand, for example, like all the big YouTubers do, or Skillshare or Squarespace. And then we maybe can list a couple of entry-level affiliate programs inside of there. So that's definitely a channel. And then for posted programs, so how do we get companies to pay? I haven't thought of that yet. Otherwise, then also do content marketing tailored towards companies who do affiliate marketing. And we can also make do it more the traditional way, reaching out via email. Because a lot of these affiliate programs have dedicated emails like partner at. But then again, the point I wanted to make is that this project is mostly just for stream. Like, we're building a business from start to end. We are looking into different subjects. If it ain't gonna make any money, I'm not even going to be mad. It's the goal. It's the goal. But I just find it fun to build with everything. And I already got some ideas from like people in the chat who were like, oh, maybe we can try this. And I had a call yesterday with another indie hacker who was like, oh, maybe we can look into this. So it's a really nice project to get everybody's like opinion on, and we can try things. And if, I don't know, someone in chat has an idea, we can freaking try it out. I mean, it's open to everybody and anyone. I'm going to open source the code, the database, maybe even. I don't know. It's just a fun project we can do with everyone here on Twitch. The hardest is to reach customers and partners. Yeah, I don't think I have some experience with reaching like customers. I think content marketing is undervalued and overvalued. And what I mean by that is like it's undervalued in a way that you can reach a lot of people, but it's overvalued in a way that like people mostly do content marketing like, let's just write a couple of blogs, see how it goes, and post it in a lot of forums. Yeah, you will get initial traffic, but the best way to do is look at keywords, buy the right domains, get into the right channels, get into the right communities, etc, etc. It's not just like write a piece of content, throw it into the masses. No, you really have to like know what content you are writing, and how you and where you're gonna post it, and how are you going to convert people who read your actual post. So that's why I'm thinking about including lists from use affiliates inside of the blog, so that if people reach the blog and they see like an embedded list inside of there, once they click on the list, they will get redirected to use affiliates, with the hope, and that's something we have to test and user test, with the hope that they will explore more of the database or more of the content. So yeah, that's what we're doing. And currently, I didn't expect the stream of today to last this long, because I have the flu. I might even have COVID, but so I'm surprised at all that I can keep a conversation going without coughing like 20 times. Are you a web designer? Primarily a front-end developer, but I did a bit of everything. So let's go to just chatting to talk about it. So I did a bit of everything. I started out like purely content. I worked for a small startup called Where to Buy, which is already discontinued, so don't bother looking for it. I started out like filling out databases, writing blog posts, doing interviews with companies. Then from there I moved on to a development role. Like, it was pretty much full stack. Like, I did some Magento work, I did some Node.js work, I did some front-end work. And until finally deciding, okay, I'm going to focus on front-end. And then for the company I worked on, landed a very big project called Senior Wooly, which is a big Spanish e-learning platform, which we basically completely refactored from like Go templating to React, or the student and the teacher environment for that matter. So yeah, I would describe myself more as a front-end developer. But I think over the years, my knowledge is so broad. I'm not the... Okay, let me say that I'm not the best front-end developer, but I'm also not the worst front-end developer. I'm not the best, like... marketer, but I'm also not the worst marketer. I'm a bit of a jack of all trades and a master of maybe front end. I mean, I sometimes have this big imposter syndrome when it comes to front end, but when I look around me, it's like, okay, I'm actually decent enough. But front end development is always on the move, because I'm not really all that great at TypeScript, because the companies and projects I worked on never used it. So then you don't have like peer reviews and like expert reviews, so you can't advance in it that quickly. Same goes for front-end testing. All the projects I've been part of didn't want to test because it cost money, and like they wanted to put out features faster. Wasn't I didn't think it was a good idea, but I can't go against the stream for like a team of 10 people, right? So yeah. And currently I run my own business. Just like freelancing and like doing Twitch. But what's your background? Are you also into web development or? Do we have a YouTube channel? Yeah, but it's primarily only for like past streams. So let me drop it. It's like my Twitch archive, but hey, it might be fun to check out and skip a little through videos of the past work that we did. But I'm definitely planning any time in the future to start making more like edited content or how content, especially for YouTube. I'm a web dev. Nice. Any particular field you're in? Trying to do my own things. Yes, same. Although I might actually have to do some freelancing if I want to keep going on my own. Otherwise, I will run out of money, have to leave this apartment, and I don't want to think about it. I don't know. Is it weird that my anxiety levels aren't rising because of that? I probably run out of money in like 6 to 8 months. We'll see. You know, we'll see. There's nothing I can do about it rather than just push on, like keep streaming, keep building. I'll probably have to do like more projects before we even like hit a positive MMR and before I can pay myself out. So yeah, probably have to do some freelancing. But we'll see about that in the future. There's no urgency at the moment. I would like to freelance off down. Yeah, it's the way I thought about it, it should be like an 80-20 kind of split, and I should probably start doing like 80% for freelancing and like 20% working on my own stuff, and try to flip that around until I do like 100% my own stuff. But I don't know how to find customers. Yeah, you can use Upwork, Braintrust, Malt. There's LinkedIn, like just networking. Many ways to do it, or start out small in your own community. But then again, I actually had a hard time finding a job, but then again, I only spent like 12 hours on it on average. I don't know. Let's just put it this way. I didn't do my absolute best to land a customer, and I'm pretty sure that once I'm dedicated to finding my first freelance client, I will probably find one. I mean, there's so much work in the space. Did you try Vue? I did in the past, but then for all the jobs I did, I had to use like React or Next.js. Would love to be a decent web dev. I went to trade school for junior software dev, but I'm working as a help desk at a company what develops medical software or technical side, working database majority of the time. Yeah, you know, if it's pretty. I don't want to say it's pretty easy, but I think it's the obvious path to go from like a help desk at a company where you're already doing technical stuff, like doing some side projects on the side. But to circle back to the Vue question, I did try Vue, but I settled on like, I will just use React. I think if I'm going to switch to anything, it's going to be Svelte. Because I'm pretty interested in Svelte and the whole community around it. I think what they are doing is awesome. But they're still in the React space. We have like Remix, which I just worked with for my personal website. Next.js is great. I don't know. I don't feel the need to switch. And they're so close at the moment that why should I bother? I think if a job opportunity opens itself, which is exclusive to Vue, I'm not going to be mad. I know, you know, then I'm going to learn it, of course. But if I don't have to at the moment, I'll probably skip out on it. I mean, I watched a stream by Star Ansible like this afternoon, and he was using Vue, and I could understand perfectly fine what he was doing. It's so darn close at the moment. You know, yeah, I don't know. But what do we have in the Vue space that's close to like Next.js? Like Vue.js. Let's see. Next. Oh yeah, Next.js. Let's check that out. Oh, Next shit. The intuitive Vue framework. Why not just use, yeah. Okay, so it's pretty much... Isn't this like more opinionated than Next.js? Let's learn. It's the same. Yeah, I know. But then I noticed like... Where was it? Like, it's setting up all this like... Okay, yarn, tail, axios, yes. And then random mode. Okay, so maybe you have like a bit more control over what's done, where Next.js is like, okay, here you have it. If you want to do more, you have to install it yourself. I gotta say, I love the design of this website. It's cool. Really, it's really elegant yet developer-y. Oh, from CLI from scratch. Okay. Zero configured data fetching, yeah. Yeah, threading. I personally don't use Axios. I haven't used it in like... Once fetch became the standard, I mean, teams do it differently. And they're perfectly fine to do it their ways, of course. I've just used fetch. Fetch all the way, boys. Anyhow. Let's have a look at the navigation, shall we? Just for a little bit. Let's just use a span for this. 5 minutes and my workday is over. Ah, nice, man. Oh, what time is it? Okay. And let's include the navigation here. Import it. Why doesn't this work? Cool. Only have private projects. I'm definitely in the same boat as well, but try to... Sorry, guys. Try to make some more public projects as well. It's good to have like a good forward-facing Github. Also, guys, I hate to be that guy, but if you don't like hitting the follow button, I'm so close to affiliate, like becoming a Twitch affiliate, so I would really appreciate it. But again, it's all your choice. Hey, nice. Thanks, K-White. Awesome. How do I even pronounce it? Malkolte? Malkolte? I don't know. Or Mol? Or Dark Mole? Malkolte. Where are you from? Is that like Scandinavian? It sounds Scandinavian for some reason. Yeah, okay, let's go to Scandinavian. Or like... Oh, France. Okay. Oh, sorry. That's not really Scandinavian, isn't it? Let's see. Let's add a container to this. I'll try to remember. Oh, God. Remember that. Well, don't worry about it. So, let's see. Let's grab this grid. Yeah, I probably have to create a class out of this. Okay. Okay, I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Like, let's say default grid. Or maybe like grids and a variant default. Like do apply. This can go here. Go to index. Then we can do like grid default. Cool, that works. And then we can also get rid of this and do this. Okay, okay, cool. And this spawns like 3 columns. Let's close the default layout for now. So this can go as well. And actually, instead of creating an extra div, which is a little cumbersome, let's do this. Let's do class name. Let's do grid default. And we can do all the items inside of here. We can be like, do like class name and be like goal spawn. Or maybe we should place it inside of a div. That might be a little bit better. Then we can like separate elements from like their positioning, which I think is always a great thing. Might not always need to do that, but I think it makes it more readable because then you can make like a second div, like for instance call spawn, I don't know, 9, and do like the content inside of here, and then you have like in one overview you see, okay, this has a grid and this has 2 columns or like 2 call spawns. So let's remove this. Let's say font heading. That's what we want to do. Let's say text white. How big is this? It's like base. It is also like font extra bold. Or how was it called again? How do you spell that? Extra bold. It's all like small. Okay, cool. And now, what is the actual set of? It's like 1x. So let's say space or like py is like 4. How much is the padding between this and this? It's 50. Let's do that inside of the default layout because that seems like more of a thing that we should place. Right here, right? What do you use as a database? For now, I'm going to use the Notion CLI. I did a lot of projects with Notion as a database, and I think it's great for MVPs like this. It's like 100% read-only anyway, because I'm going to write through it with like all the Typeform submissions. And that's also a reason why I use Next.js, because then I can do like static page generation. So we don't even have to hit this database edge as much. But when I make a change, it's pretty much reflected instantly. Because let me show you the real power of this, right? My personal blog also works with this. See? Okay. So I run this entire blog, and you saw how fast it loaded, right? That's this database. Right, let's put it side by side. So, building a business from scratch, day 5. Let's open this one. And let's open this one. And let's say building a business from scratch. Let's capitalize this letter, right? Day 5. Let's refresh it. And it's now capitalized here as well. But I can add anything. And why is this so awesome? Because I can do it from here, but I can also do it from like this small thing inside of my pocket, right? Anywhere I go, I can update my blog. It's awesome. And yeah, you can say, oh, but I can do it with WordPress, but it's not as convenient as this. Yeah, it's fucking awesome. And yesterday I got like someone who said like, but that doesn't scale. Well, buddy, this entire website runs completely, including filtering, including infinite load with Notion. And it's fast as frick. Like tools, you can filter. It's awesome. Yeah. How do you set it up? Well, if you want to have a little looksy looks, yeah, it's an API. But I can show you another project. Is it this one actually? I've closed that one. Open recent. Let's open source code for this project. Oh no, and I just closed the other project. RIP. Oh well, anyway. Let's see. We have lib, we have Notion. So this is the code. And it might seem complicated, but that's because I like abstracted a whole lot of things. So it's more easier for me to work with. But you know what? Let's just grab the actual code of like my blog. Because that's the most easy as Notion integration you can make. Let's look at my blog, which is written in Remix though. This is it, right? Yeah. So pretty much what you do is you include this package, like Notion client. And then you use your secret and like your database ID. Now, this is some TypeScript shit, so don't worry about that one. I usually like to write a normalize function. Normalize the data, because it comes in like the property summary, yada 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 yada, and you want to do some checks against that. And I also don't want to send back like a large object or a large array or whatever, because that's, I don't know, that's just not fun developing with, especially if you want to dig into your inspect element. So basically it's this function. You do like await Notion database, and then you have a query, and it's very well documented, and then you get the data back. And I normalize the data, and then when I go into like block detail, I use the loader. This is Remix specific, don't worry about it. I like to get posts, and it returns it like data. So it's all API. It's freaking awesome. And I mean, on the other side, you can also like post to a Notion database. And that's where it really gets interesting, because I also have this database. Yeah, sorry, I'm nerding out. I don't know if it's actually interesting what I'm telling you now, but let me nerd for a little bit, okay? I have this other project. Like, my goal when I started my like sabbatical was to provide a lot of value. So, where do I like to provide value? Indie hackers. I love the community, but indie hackers is also freaking spammy. It's like people constantly plug their own projects. So what I did was create a small script called value base, which scrapes the work I normally have to do on my own. So like this is just value base without anything. Like running the value base script, it grabs all the, it searches all the posts for today, and then it brings me back the list with every question, with all the bullshit removed from there. But what I can also do is like run value base and then be like, okay, add the Notion flag and watch what happens. It gets added here. It's all getting added to my Notion database. So then I can go like, okay, what's happening? Have I replied to it? Yes or no? From what date is it? I don't know. These are just some things. Very easy scripts, but I can geek about it all day long, man. Awesome. Yeah, hopefully it wasn't too boring. Okay, but let's get back to like actually building like use affiliates. But I closed like the code editor, so let's get back to that one. How do you manage comments on your blog? I don't allow comments on my blog because I don't get all that much comments, and if people really want to comment, I've noticed that people will just reach out to me via email. Or like find me on Indie Hackers or on Discord or wherever. I mean, if I was going to do like comments on my blog, I will probably use a service for that. Like, which one? Discourse? It's called, I think. Yeah. Or not, or it's called differently. But you have like, you have plugins which you can include beneath every blog, if you want to. I don't know. Was it not like Magiel who uses that? Magiel dot. I think Magiel used it, right? No, he removed it. Oh, that sucks. Old colleague of mine. Is there actually... I don't know. Doesn't really matter. There are plugins for that. You have to take my word on that. So let's see. Localhost. Let's go into default layout. Let's start the dev server. We've got run dev. Oh, one more follower, and then we can apply for the affiliate. Fucking Twitch affiliate, man. It all happened so fast. I mean, I don't know if Dragonia is still in here, but I think she can remember where we were still like on 10 followers like 2 weeks ago. I love it. It was so strange, man. Going from like no people watching you, like being active in chat. I freaking love it. But let's move on and let's not tear up all that much, because we still have some work to do. Let's see. Like let's say 48, which is like 48. Let me calculate that. 48 divided by 16 is 3. So if we go to padding, you have to search for, it's probably 24 or something, or not even that. 12. So let's say that this grid has a PY of 12. Do you do some software development? No, mostly web development. I mean, maybe you can place the like web scraping in the software development. But yeah, no, nothing. I mostly stick to like web technologies. Maybe the occasional like React Native and the occasional Electron, but I think I haven't touched Electron in like how many years? At least 5. At least 5. I don't know. I you know, the thing I always have with Electron, it's sure it has its use cases. You know, I use Electron apps myself. I think VS Code is still is written in Electron. But all the things I think of, I always go like, okay, should that be like a desktop app? It would probably run just fine in a browser, right? Some guys do game development. I'm definitely like, game development has been on my list ever since I started like writing code. But so for some reason I'm just not that creative. I mean, I don't grasp this full spectrum of creativity when it comes to building games, thinking and building of games. I play games. I just can't think of anything to build myself. I want to have software sometime. Navigator. Yeah, I guess. There's also like new kids on the block when it comes to like creating desktop applications. What was it? I was in a discussion a couple of weeks ago about this. There was like a whole form, like you had like people saying, no, you have to build this in C++, you have to build this in Electron, or no, you can also build it in yada yada yada, which is also JS based, but it's new. Maybe you know it, I can't remember it all the while. You know what? Let's just search for it. Like cache or just software. Yeah, but then again, you could also run that from... It probably needs an internet connection. You can also run it from a web browser. I get why you might want to use... Why you want to wrap that up in like Electron. But... I don't know. Maybe it's more of a convenience thing, like you can open up one window and it's clear for every customer or every like store worker that is the app to use. You don't have to put in URLs and all that kind of fun stuff. Electron competitor. Competition. Electron. Yes, competition. Maybe I can find it. Alternatives, but it's probably between here, because people were... No, that's not it. Was it Dory? No, it wasn't Cordova. I mean, that's a pretty popular one as well, but it was really a new hit on the blog. Jungle Coplays. Dory. Wasn't it Dory? Yeah, this one. People are like going apeshit over this. People really seem to like this one. I don't know why. I haven't worked it. Don't take my word for it, but I've seen this pop up in a lot of discussions as of lately. What is it? It's an Electron competitor. Build smaller, faster, and more secure desktop applications with web frontend. Yeah, and you see that pattern like with a lot of projects. Like Next.js also has switched to like a Rust compiler. Rust seems to be the new popular kid on the block for writing tooling. And I get why. It has a pretty decent community. Okay, let's see. We have this. Now we have to do the right part of the navigation. So for that we need to include next link. Like import nav. Excuse me. So we have this, and then we can probably do something like... How many calls should that span? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we have like times 3 about blog contact. And then we have a button. Post a program. Am I going to create a... I'm gonna go. Got some things to do. I might lurk sometimes if you're streaming and I don't have really much work. Yeah, of course, man. Really happy to have you. Hey, have an awesome day, man. Where do you host your sites? For Shell, mostly. What was the thing with Novlink again? Oh yeah, it needed an H, like, so these things need an href. Let's just do this. And then inside of here, let's create an A tag. Href, which doesn't need to be one. Let's do about. For sale's only available for next. Nope, it isn't. I actually host my remix website there as well, and I think you can also run Nuxt and all kind of. You can run all kind of things, really. Maybe what you're referring to was only like a couple of years ago, but. I mean, we can go to for sale, and we can have a look-see. I don't pay like a single fucking dime for sale, man. I mean, we do for Upland because that's like a team and that's $20 a seat, but they're really generous. Like, I want to show my billing page, but my credit card information probably there, so you have to take my word. I don't pay anything. The only one that pays is my old boss, Sven, who runs Upland. Just give me 1 second. Be right back. There's someone at the door. It's a package. But yeah, what I said, pricing is fair. You probably don't have to pay anything. Although I do recommend it once you run a commercial website. I don't think my website lives under like the commercial thing. How do you manage a DB with for sale? You could use like something like Planet Scale or like what I do, Notion. I don't know if Vercel actually like supports any databases. I don't think they support Postgres or Superbase or Firebase or whatever. Probably have to run that through another servers. This can also probably be your link, right? So then we probably have to stick this, move this to here and create an A tag out of this. And then let's say href is like just slash. Expected a string for built-in components. What are you talking about? Check out the random method of net. I would like to stream like you. Seems to be cool. Yeah, I find it real. I enjoy it. Am I retarded? What's the problem? Do I have to do it this way? No, it's like link, nav. Okay, nav link just doesn't exist. My bad. Sorry, guys. I thought it existed, but that's more like remix then. Okay, cool. So now this goes to that, this goes to that. But yeah, I really enjoyed streaming. I mean, I've met a lot of awesome people through streaming already. And I mean, I'm just like a couple of months in. Yeah, what can I say more about streaming? I mean, I like teaching people stuff. I like talking to you guys. I like answering questions, helping people out. It's just, I don't know, it's part of who I am. And yeah, I mean, one thing that can be a little bit scary is just like the things I just did that were like, if I made such a mistake, like calling it navlink instead of link, like maybe even a couple of weeks ago, I would like be a little anxious, like, oh, do people think I'm suck? And now I switched it to default, like, people think I suck by default, so everything I do right, they might be happy about it. It requires a little bit of a different mindset. And it also brings some funny interactions along with it. So now, do I have to do the class name on like the day? So only that we do this. Yep. Yeah, of course. I don't worry all that much about it anymore. Also, let's create a component out of this, like const. You know, let's then we create an navlink. It's like href title. And instead of this, we can do like this. Or maybe we can do children. I think that's better, because then we can also include icons. I know. Don't worry about it. We'll get to it. Or even better, this, and then let's do href. Do you have a space for the community chat? I'm actively thinking about it, where I want to move my community. It is definitely coming, but I'm talking to a couple of people who are way smarter than me on community building, on how to manage that. It will probably be a Discord, although I have to get used to Discord myself. So, well, I'll have to wait and see. Mustafa, welcome, my man. How are you doing today? I think I saw you in the Star Ansible chat at the start of the afternoon, right? Yes. Would be nice to develop something on stream. Yeah. Hey, you know, just go for it. Like, do a screen, install OBS, do a screen share, use a shitty microphone for all that matter, and do it. Mustafa, I was jumping around to its software category. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I'll do that from time to time. But I wanted to check out Nick, just to, I think his name is Nick, right, from Star Ansible, because he's a viewer of my stream as well, and he's a great guy. But yeah, Marco, just go for it. Install OBS, do a practice stream. You know, my greatest tip will be to, like, okay, let's go to just chatting. I'm chatting way more than I'm developing at the moment. But, ooh, that was a slow transition. I have to optimize the performance of that, definitely. Or it's just my computer. But yeah, just, like, install OBS. And my recommendation would be, if you want to get into streaming, like, first record yourself before like streaming on the internet. Like, otherwise you might get a little anxious. I don't know your situation, of course, and how confident you are, but just start a recording, talk to yourself, allow yourself to stop the recording a couple of times, watch yourself back, and keep doing this until you think like, okay, all the settings are right, let's go. What about Twitch Studio? I haven't really dabbled with it all that much. I just like OBS. I mean, I used Streamlabs OBS for a while, because it had integration with Twitch and all that stuff. Then I ditched it because of the whole... There was some controversial thing that happened on Streamlabs OBS, but hey. I needed to reformat my Windows PC anyway, so I just went back to good old OBS, which is always a solid choice, and it's always there for you. So yeah, Twitch Studio and all, Streamlabs OBS, I don't know if Stream Elements has its own like studio environment. Or you can go for things like XSplit. Whatever flows your boat. If it works, man. Same applies to web dev. If it works, it works. Don't get too hung up on like tooling. Just go for it. You know, just get started with streaming first before you go into, oh, maybe I like XSplit better, maybe I like OBS better. Whatever works for you. So, let's see. It seems like there are no more questions or people like elaborating on this. So, let's start the Netflix then, shall we? Okay, thanks. No problem. Let me turn off my mic 1 second to like cough my fucking lungs out. Yeah. What are we building? We are building use affiliates, and also for all the new people in chat, I'm not just doing this for you, Mustafa, but if you do ! project, you can find more information and all the build logs for from the days before. But we are building use affiliates, which I'm doing like the more like I'm doing the faster walkthrough now because I see you found like the Notion document. It's a database of affiliate programs which we fill via Notion or pull in via the Notion API. Pretty much content creators can find like cool affiliate programs via which they can monetize their content, and like the businesses who want to list their affiliate programs, maybe mid-sized SaaSes, which I'm aiming for the most, can request access to it for a small fee. And it's mostly just a project to try out a lot of things, so I'm also very open to suggestions from you guys. If you mean, I haven't really put it out there all that much, but if you have any wild idea for marketing, for development, for design, we can check it out. I mean, I'm down for that. What is the stack? So for the database, we are using Notion because it's pretty much read-only. For the submission of the programs, we are going to use Typeform because Typeform also has a Stripe integration, so you can make some money. And then for frontend and backend, we're going to use Next.js, and for hosting, we're going to use Shell. Notion for database, yep, Notion for database, my man. I don't know if you have actually seen my website. But this is all Notion. And this is all Notion as well. And this is even faster because this is statically generated. You can do a lot of magic, man, together, like with not optimized database. Like Notion is not really made for this kind of stuff. I don't know if maybe they have kept it in the back of their minds. It works like scarily well for what I'm doing with it, you know? Like, replace it. Like, replace Firebase with it. I mean, if I need a really simple database, I can just use Notion right now together with like the API. I don't need to use Planetscale or Firebase or Superbase and set up all kind of that stuff. And I also, which I don't like using like static site generators, like writing your shit in Markdown, having to deploy, and then your content is up on your website. But hey, whatever floats your boat, right? What was the spacing between these elements? 23. It probably should be 24. So that's 1.5. 1.5 is 6, I think. Yep. And which font are we using? This also has to be like font heading, and it's text base. And it also needs to be capitalized. How do we do capitalized? Like text, transform, capitalize, 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 capitalize. Let's do that. Okay, but why is it not all the way towards the end? Because I see you. So, can we do justify end for the grid? No, probably not. Let me grab a new glass of water real quick before like start coughing indefinitely. Be right back. Guess who's back? And who true is... Did I ever use Chakra before? Yep, I did. All Upland runs with Chakra. But I have to say that I like prefer the like vanilla Tailwind experience more. I think Chakra is great, but it also introduces a bit more complexity and even more documentation. I feel like I can make the most out of like Tailwind. I can get the most out of Tailwind by just making like my own components. And yeah, sure, there are some like nice shortcuts you can take with like Chakra, but I don't know. It became a little like cumbersome in some places for Upland, and Upland isn't all that big already. So I rather stick to like vanilla things because it also makes it way more easier. Hey Mustafa, great to have you, man. If you don't mind dropping a follow so you can stay up to date, I would really appreciate it, and that will also bring me to 50 followers. If you haven't followed me already, by the way. And that means that we are at 50 followers, if I'm not mistaken. As you wish, sir. Hey, thank you very much, man. I will see you later. Enjoy the rest of your day. And we're at 50 we have to like where's my confetti gun? I don't have one. Let me pretend like I have one. Because now we are probably going to make Twitch affiliates. Woohoo! Okay. And with that celebration out of the way, let's get back to coding. Great, man. Every time I like hit a goal, I'm like for 2 or 3 seconds, I'm like, woohoo! And then I'm like, okay, what's next? I don't know about you guys, but I always find that a bit strange about myself. I can't really enjoy hitting a goal for longer than a couple of seconds. Okay, Ahmed. Great to have you here, man. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hey, where did the music go? Where did the music go? Thanks, man. You too, of course. Let's see. Okay, so we made enough links. Should we add a little hover effect? That might be fun. Like hover opacity like 75. Or maybe you can do like blend with darken, but this works pretty well. Maybe... Nah, let's use opacity. I think that's fine. But let's first move it towards the end of like, so call start, so 4? Start end. It's 1, 2, call start 2, call start 4. Like, where does it need to start? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm literally just counting like grid columns on my screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it needs to be like 3. So don't we start at 6? No, it even needs to start at 7 because it's including 7, and that's something I always forget. So now it's like on the proper place. It's on the proper place. Cool. So let's see. Let's style the button. I can make a component out of it. Okay, so here's the thing. I can make a component for the button. But if I go to like the design in just a minute, or like let's do it right now for that matter, I only have 2 freaking buttons in the whole design. So I think I'm going to do something that like the React gods are gonna curse me for, but I'm just gonna style them in line and not be bothered by it. And also, this is just gonna be a link anyway, right? It's not gonna be a button, it's not gonna open anything, it's just gonna be a link. And inside of that link, there's gonna be an A tag. Because again, it's a link. So let's grab that one. Yeah, sorry for that. Whoop. And let's also do this because we haven't come up with all the routing yet. So we have post program, and then we can give this a class name and be like BG Blackerino, I think. Did we use any other color than just plain old black? Maybe you can do like a zinc, like 900 or something like that, just to stay consistent with the colors. Colors. Where's sync? Sync goes to 900. I think I like black more. Okay, then we have to look at what is the 28. So that is 28 divided by 16 is 1.75. Let's go to padding. 1.75. Do we have 1.75? We should have 1.75, right? That is setting is 7. So it's px7. And then we have a like 14. So that is like 3.5, right? 14 divided by 16. 875. Yeah, 3.5. So py of 3 and have. You forgot something. You forgot your keys? Your wallet? What did you forget, man? Let me know. I will help search for the thing for you. Ooh. Now we have a little bitsy of a problem, Maruni. Because this all needs to be centered. Doesn't mean that I have to make it flex now. I don't think so. Like, how did you do that with grid? Right, grid, vertical alignment. Does that work? Okay, hey, that works. Items center. Doesn't need to be here. Then now I'm wondering, why isn't this? Probably because it's in the flex box. So let's fix that. Done. Just bookmark your website. Thanks. Awesome, man. Hey, see you soon, buddy. So now everything is like. Okay, so let's give this like the space X that we want to. Now the only thing that we need to do is justify everything to the end. But is it like justify? I thought it was CSS grid justify items. Or maybe that's also... No, this aligns vertically, justify is horizontally. Hey, nice man. You've set everything up. Let me. Well, buddy, you're not streaming because I don't see you on Twitch, or you're streaming somewhere else, of course. In that case, pardon me. It's why aren't you streaming with your regular commenting account? Okay, well, maybe for the same reason that I created Twan Krui and not used Fallen Q, which was my gaming channel. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look, shall we? Hey, I hear myself in the background. Nice, looks great. Hey, I hear myself in the background. Let me turn off the sound for 1 second. Cool. Here, have a follow. Okay, let's get back to like I want to give your stream more attention, but I really want to fix this alignment issue as well. Okay, so the CSS justify items property defines the default align self. So okay, pack items around the center. Justify pack items around the end. Yeah, okay, so do I have to use flex end? Or did I just use like the wrong justify items? Justify items, which is here. Well, this didn't make a freaking dent. Am I retarded? What's going on here? Does somebody know in chat how to fix this? Like, move all the items from columns like towards the end? Or is it then just justify? Or do I have to make this flex, and does that still work then? Yeah, so it still spawns the like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I mean that's a way, but I would expect it like, okay, like move items inside or grid towards end. Let me just give this like red 100 to see what's happening here, because I don't think like we now span enough columns. Okay, so we do span enough. Okay, then it's fine. Then it's fine. And then we can do like items center and justify end. Do you use Tailwind? Yeah, I used it for a couple of Carolian projects actually. And then this can be like rounded. D. Right. So this doesn't seem like. Let's see what round it is. So where are the values? Okay, so it's rounded S M. Yep, that's it. And this is also pop-ins. So we have text header, heading, header, heading. I have to go. Hope to see you later. Yeah, see you later, man. Hey, good luck streaming. Enjoy it. It's also so weird that like text rendering in like Windows is so fucking ugly compared to like in Figma and on my MacBook. Because if I open this exact same page on like my MacBook, it will look like 10 times better. Why? God only knows. Okay, so this looks pretty good. And let's do on, or let's do, I don't know. Was this a thing that you can set like steep background opacity? Looks good. I think it's fine. Okay, so now we have like the navigation setup. I mean, probably isn't responsive, right? Yeah, so that's definitely an issue. So we'll probably have to come up with like a mobile design for this. Let's just first fix the text, because that's something we can definitely do. Let's see this. Voice text is like 2 pixel. Oh, a little bit bigger than that would right. Also, where the frick is the padding? Need to set that on the container as well. Let's go to Tailwind config. Let's say container. Let's do padding. That looks like REM. Better. This brings everything. You see, if I remove this, it goes straight to like the sides of the screen. Now it's better. Let's do this for now. Oh shit, 5. This needs to be 6, this needs to be 3. Actually, there needs to be one in between, so to see why. Okay, so we can say like, and then on LG to do like cool. So this needs to be like the LG variants. LG. And otherwise it's like cool start 5 and like cool spawn 8 or 7 or 8. Sorry. Yeah. Sounds about right. Seems about right. I know, guys, it's not all that exciting, but hey, this is front-end development as well. Fiddling around with these kind of things. Okay, so what do we have to do? Let's go to Notion. Was it linked inside of... let's just open Notion via my desktop app. Okay, let's see. Ah. Ah. That's what we need to continue with. So let's do that. Double check DP categories. There's something to do. So let's just keep it this way. So what did we do today? We like set up next development and environment. Next.js. Notions. B. We also started figured Tailwind. Why does Notion do this sometimes? And then next, so tomorrow, work. Start working. Affiliate program. Label. Okay. Now let's see. Is there anything else I need? I don't think so. Okay, I'm gonna cut the stream a little bit short because, well, I'm a little sick. So I think I'm gonna take a good warm shower, blow my nose, make myself some dinner, and try to get rid of this, whatever it is. I hope to fucking god that it isn't COVID. I mean, my PCR tests all came back negative. So yeah, anyway, I hope you still had a good stream, even though I was coughing and sneezing all the time. And hey, we made it to 50 followers, so I can probably expect email for Twitch in the coming days that I can be affiliate. So thank you all so very freaking fucking much. I love you all. And I will see you guys. I don't know about tomorrow. Don't follow the schedule for the remainder of this week. Follow me on Twitter or check out if I'm online around 2. If I'm online, I will probably hit like 2 o'clock stipped. I will be online. Most of the times my stream start a little earlier with like stream starting screen. If I'm not there, I probably decided I'm too sick. I won't stream today. But then again, I will try to communicate it via Twitter and all my social platforms as well as I can. For now, have a lovely morning, afternoon, or night. Love you all. Thanks again for helping me hit affiliate. And I will see you guys whenever. See ya!